Welcome to the first hands-on in management information systems, where we will focus on the basics of Python. Python is a great application, as I already told you, and we can use it in several applications. The easiest way, in my opinion, to try and Python is to just use Google Colab, which is an application of Google, and you can use it in the cloud. Problem here is you need a Google account to use it. So the same account you would need for your Android phone, the same account you would have for your Drive or your Google Docs, if you already use those, or your YouTube account, for example. It could be that you do not have such an account. If you do not have such an account, then you need to install Anaconda directly on your computer and run all the Python scripts natively on your computer and not in the cloud like in Google Colab. This is totally fine. I have a different video on that. But if you decide to use the easy way and use Google Colab and let everything run in the cloud, then follow this guide and we dive directly into it by starting the basics, how to open Google Colab, how to find it, how to start our first scripts, and the basics behind that before we start into the Python basics and use them. So let's dive directly into it. I'm here in my browser, which is a Chrome browser. I don't know why, but that usually isn't a bad thing. If I'm using Google products, and I'm at least knowing that they work fine. And you can see in the search tab on top, I already typed in Colab Google, so I can find the best application. And you can see here, research Google Colab, welcome to Collaboratory, blah, blah, blah. If you click on that, you're now in colabresearch.com, and you can see here, you can open a notebook of your preference. I already, because I prepared the tutorials, have some here, but we can make a new notebook as well on the bottom here, which for me is called Neues Notebook because my browser settings are in German, but there should be something like new notebook for you here. I'm clicking on it, and then the browser here on top opens a new notebook, and basically now we can run what we want. What we have here is like on the left side, we have our structures. So like, for example, if I click on this data browser, I can see that the structure of directories, I can upload new files here. I can reload them if I'm changed something, so I can see it. I can go up to a higher degree of folders, or I can go down back again because we were probably in content, which is the basic directory of Google Colab. So there is our data, and on the right side of the screen, you can see here the basically notebook script we're using. We see as well how much RAM and disk space we use and stuff like that. But we can save stuff by Datei, save, or we can just type Control S for saving. What we see here is basically a script where we can just type in now calculations like 1 + 1, and we see the result is 2. So what we do in the script in the notebook is we have a line of code which we can execute by the play button, at least for Colab, and then we see an output field directly below the result, the output of our execution. And we have two options. We can write text or we can write code. So by pressing text, I get a new line here, and now I'm in the text field. So I can type text here, but no code. Because if I hit text and I'm writing 1 + 1, I'm done with that. Then I have to click outside of the box, nothing happens. But if I type 2 + 2 in a code field, I have the play button and get the output. So I can add wherever I want, one row below, a new code block or a new text block, whatever I need. And if I have a code block, I can do the calculations like 3 + 3, as I already seen, and hit play, and it works. I can as well say, okay, I don't need that line anymore, I'm deleting it. or I can as well say, okay, this is in the wrong order. I need this calculation one row below and this calculation one row above, so I can change the order of my script. And this is basically a notebook, so I can write text, then I can do some calculations, then I can write text again, and in the end I have a script which I can run from top to bottom and can be executed like that, and the next one sees it and can manipulate it as well. And everything runs in the cloud, small calculations. So that's it. I hope you got it. We see us in the next tutorials where we apply Python basics. Have fun over the day and see you next time. And don't hesitate to ask questions if you have any. I should be available.